What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today for this video, I as a male model am going to show you how you can look better. Alright, so if I'm being honest, I currently am not in the modeling business right now, but I, along with my twin brother, have both had modeling gigs in the past. And from those experiences, along with other self-improvement tips along the way, I took a lot of time to put together a full guide with easy to follow instructions that have personally helped me propel my glow up significantly. And I'm going to walk you through each step so that you can also improve your looks and you can just feel a lot more confident with yourself. Before we get started with the video, I just want to say that this is my main channel. Here, as you know, I talk about male self-improvement and how to level up. But over on my second channel at Jeepers John Reacts, I react to the dating scene, modern society, and its absurdity. Hopefully, after hearing some of the outlandish takes, will encourage you to self-improve and take control of your life so that you won't have to put up with any of the nonsense. Alright, so before we dive into the actual guide, I just want to say that this is organized into 3 separate levels. First level are going to be comprised of things you could start instantly, like literally right now as you're watching this video. Second level is going to be your hygiene, and the third and final level is going to be your appearance. Alright, so the first step in the first level is going to be mewing. Mewing is such a powerful method that will sculpt a more sharp and crisp jawline and will even hollow out your cheeks a little. In case you don't know, mewing is just basically resting the tongue at the roof of your mouth, and by following this method, this forces you to keep your mouth closed and slightly clenched, and this forces you to breathe through your nose instead of your mouth, which is a good thing because as a mouth breather, you're not going to engage the jaw and it's going to look loose and not sharp like we want it. So to remedy this from happening, just keep your mouth closed by mewing habitually so that it can strengthen your jaw and hollow out your cheeks. I mean, just go ahead and try it right now and you'll instantly feel a difference. Alright, so the first level only had 2 steps to follow, so this next one's going to be the last one in this category, and that is posture. So to have proper posture, you're of course going to want to stand up straight, and then implement these next 3 things, which is to keep your chin up, chest out, and your shoulders pulled back. Correcting your posture this way will make you look and feel more confident, and it's just overall better for your physical health as it will help prevent major back issues in the future. However, if you still can't apply the proper posture physically, improving your posture will require a little more attention, and you're most likely going to have to start doing some posture exercises every day. And to take it even further, just start doing some back workouts. Doing those things are going to start pulling your shoulders back, and it's going to get rid of that hunchback that you probably have. Alright, so moving on to the first step of level 2 hygiene, and that is skincare. So it's no secret that everyone hates pimples, and acne-riddled skin is just an instant confidence killer. I can go on and on about skincare, but to keep it simple, the only things you really need is a facial cleanser, moisturizer, sunscreen, and a lot of people stop right there, which isn't bad, but if you really want to step up your skincare, you gotta start using retinol as your 4th essential. In case you're unfamiliar, retinol is basically an all-in-one product that helps fight acne, clears dark spots, reduces sebum production, and even reverses fine lines and wrinkles. As you could see, retinol has great benefits, but in fact they are so great that you have to take certain precautions, because if you don't, you'll risk irritating your skin. I actually made a full video on how to use retinol step by step right here, so make sure you check out that video once you're done here so that you can use it correctly with no skin irritation and reap the benefits of retinol. Alright, so moving on to the second point of the second level is your teeth. So I'm sure everyone already knows that you should brush and floss your teeth twice a day, but you should also be brushing your tongue. Neglecting to clean your tongue is going to be the main culprit to why you have bad breath. You can use a tongue scraper too, but using your toothbrush is just much more convenient. Whitening strips are also a good option if you're self-conscious about your teeth. I have personally never used them, so I can't speak from experience, but from reviews I've seen online and from my friends who have used them, they all seem to be pretty satisfied with the results. Bottom line though, you should be getting dental checkups / cleanings every 6 months bare minimum. Alright, so moving on to the third step in level 2 is your lips. So right after you're done brushing your teeth, your lips might feel dry and get chapped because of the fluoride in most products. This is going to make your lips look crusty, and no girl's going to want to kiss crusty lips. Here you have 2 options. You can either switch to a fluoride-free toothpaste, or you can apply a lip balm. I'm not going to say chapstick because most of that stuff is a scam. Most of the chapsticks on the market, you apply it and it temporarily relieves it, but eventually it just makes your lips more chapped later and you're just going to have to keep applying it. So to avoid that perpetual void of planned obsolescence, use a lip balm, or just use what I use and some type of moisturizing balm. The ones that I like to use for my lips are the CeraVe Healing Ointment and also the Aquaphor Healing Ointment. Okay, so moving on to the 4th and final step of level 2, which is your fingernails. So your fingernails are not as crucial as the previous tips I just mentioned, and because of that, they can easily be forgotten, but you must always remember to keep them short and clean. As the days go by, you'll accumulate a lot of dirt underneath your fingernails if they're long enough, so to prevent that from happening, just always remember to keep them short. Alright, so moving on to the first step of the last level, level 3, and that that is grooming. Alright, so this step has a multitude of aspects I have to dive into, so I'm going to divide them into separate subsections, which are going to be hair, facial hair, eyebrows, and nose hairs. So first things first, you gotta find your own hairstyle that works for you, but make sure it's something natural. If you try and commit to a hairstyle that goes against the way it grows naturally, like say you have straight hair but you really want curly hair, it's going to be a hassle trying to style it every day the way you want it. Or if you finally do get it perfect the way you want, it's not going to stay like that for a long period of time. It's going to fall apart and you're going to feel self-conscious. And also, some of these hair alternating products can be very damaging for your hair and your scalp. So just save yourself some time and money and just go with something natural. Facial hair is something I can't really speak much about because I can't even grow a full mustache myself. But if you are a guy with facial hair, make sure to always keep it nice and trimmed so that you don't look homeless, and it can easily be done with clippers at home. The stubble is going to give you that masculine look, so don't shave it completely. Just trim it and use it to your advantage. Eyebrows is also something you could easily do at home yourself. You can always go and get them waxed or threaded, but for most guys, all we need is just to grab a pair of tweezers and start plucking out the stray hairs to give it that nice, sharp, crisp look. And I know this should go without saying, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Pluck the unibrow. It's not cute. Nose hairs is also one of those things that a lot of guys tend to neglect. So if you're someone like me who grows unusually long nose hairs, you need to constantly trim them so they don't protrude out your nostrils. This is not only going to improve your look, it'll also save you from embarrassment of having that one booger dangling off one of your nose hairs. And the worst part of all is that you won't even notice it was there until you get home, and you were probably just walking around like that the entire day. So yeah guys, just trim your nose hairs if they're extremely long. Alright, so moving on to step number 2 of level 3 of this list, and that is to upgrade your wardrobe. So this kind of falls along the same lines of finding your own hairstyle. Search up different styles of men's fashion online and then pick which one works for you. Me, for example, I typically like to wear some dark t-shirts, cargo pants, and a nice pair of white Air Force Ones. Of course, I have more professional attire for more special occasions, but as for casual wear goes, I typically like the Vinny Hacker style. And these don't have to be those expensive big name brands. Honestly, just go to a thrift store and you could find a lot of good attire for a cheap discount. So you could easily save a lot of money and build a unique style for yourself just by going thrifting. Alright, so the third step on the third level is going to be subtle accessories. This is going to be another step full of subsections, which is the watch, necklace, ring, and earrings if you're into those. Once you've got your style and you got your outfit all planned out, you're going to want to top it all off with a few subtle accessories to finish it off. Notice how I said subtle accessories. You don't want to wear flashy, conspicuous jewelry because that just looks like you're trying too hard, and it also just makes you a big target to get robbed. So take me for example, I typically like the old school formal watches with the Roman numerals. A high-end digital watch like an Apple Watch can also be good as well, but that classic vintage style is going to give you that more sophisticated and intelligent vibe. The watch also doesn't have to be expensive either. I mean, this looks high-end, but I just got it off Amazon for like 40 bucks. And then of course, I gotta represent my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ with the cross necklace and my cross ring. If you can't tell, there's crosses on the ring. And as for earrings, also just make sure to keep them subtle as well, nothing too flashy, and never gauges. Alright, so the fourth and final step on the final level is going to be hit the gym. So to be honest, you can do everything else I just mentioned previously and skip the gym and still get good results, but that can only take you so far. And I say this because all of the glow up tips I just mentioned before are going to help you level up on the outside, but working out constantly will not only improve your looks, but also improve your mind, your mentality, and your discipline that'll permeate into other endeavors of your life. The gym is the final and most crucial step you must take into reaching your full potential. No, you won't see results right away, but don't let that discourage you. Be patient, train smart, be consistent inside the gym and also outside the gym with proper nutrition and sleep. And trust me, once you see results, you won't be able to stop. Alright, so that was it. That was the full glow up guide by a male model. Well, ex-male model, but that still counts. Now that I've given you the step-by-step guide on how to glow up, it's up to you to apply these in your own life. Trust me, once you start following this guide, you will start to see a dramatic difference in your life within just as little as a couple of weeks or maybe even less than that. But alright guys, that was all I had for this video. I hope you learned something of value today. I hope you learned something from my mistakes to better yourself, and until then, I'll see you in the next one.